Warm greetings, my dear students. First of all, let me say one thing. There is no shortcut for success other than hard work. You don't have anything to achieve the peak of our success. So, kindly note, your hard work can be made as a smart work. How can you be the smart enough for the preparation of your plus 2 physics examination? Here, few tips I will tell you. First of all, you build your confidence by preparing thorough 3-mark questions. In all the chapters, prepare 3-mark questions first. Here the tip is, second lesson and ninth lesson, if you focus, you will be writing 7 questions, including numerical problem. If you prepare your second lesson and ninth lesson, you will be getting 7 3-mark questions. Then, from the remaining 8 chapters, you select any questions. Any questions you can select. You can even refer the previous year question paper. By referring, you prepare 60 to 70 3-mark questions from the remaining 8 chapters. Definitely, I tell you, you will be able to get 8 questions out of it. So, totally 15 3-mark questions you can very well write if you put your effort in this manner. And you have to work at least 2 days to thorough these 3-mark questions. My dear students, 3-mark questions and all, when you write, maximum time you can take 2 minutes per question. So in such case, within half an hour, you are able to get 45 marks. Please believe. That itself is the building of confidence you gain in the examination hall. So after completion of your 3-mark questions like this, even I tell you, these 3-mark questions, when you take the list, I have prepared a list of 3-mark questions, what must be important for this academic year. I have given it and download it later. As far as your 5-mark question is concerned, you know very well, your second lesson, 7th lesson, including the numerical problem, if you prepare 4 questions, you will be able to write very easily. I tell you, for gaining the confidence by attending these 4 questions, I tell you, you can see the remaining 2 questions alone in theory you are going to select for 5 marks, for which 8 chapters are there remaining. From the 8 chapters, you can select very minimum number of questions, the so-called important questions from other 8 chapters, what you feel like reading, but read it thoroughly. Around 20 to 25 questions, I tell you students, if you prepare from the remaining 8 chapters, you will be able to get 2. So already 4 questions from chapter number 2, chapter number 7. Then remaining 2 questions from the other 8 chapters. Totally 6 questions, excluding your compulsory problem. I am telling you this. Very easily you will be able to attend. Now for compulsory problem, the greatest advice I give you, please don't believe others. Some people will be telling that 8th chapter compulsory problem will come. 2nd chapter compulsory problem will come. There is no such logic at all. Any questions can be asked from any chapter. So for which, the simplest advice I can give you is, you concentrate either exercise sum or solved sum in the book back. If you take 6th lesson for the preparation of your compulsory numerical problem, the number of problem available in solved area content is big, but the number of problem available in the exercise unsolved sum is less. So you can select unsolved sum then. I have prepared 50 questions exclusively for compulsory numerical problem. So as far as 5-mark question is concerned, 6 questions theory, 1 is compulsory problem. Minimum number of questions you have to prepare for theory is around 40. That 40 number of 5-mark questions I have attached into the file. You can download it later. Dear students, now we shall focus on 10 mark. Almost all the students will love writing 10 mark questions in your examination. But one thing I tell you, 4 questions, 40 mark, the time you spend is too much for 10 mark. Minimum 1 hour time duration you have to spend for writing all the 10 mark questions without error, for which you are going to get 40 mark. The advice I can give you for the preparation of 10 mark is, there are 2 ideas. Idea number 1, you select any 4 chapter. For example, 1, 4, 6, 8. You write down all the important questions available. It will come around about 15 to 16. Then, unexpected 10 mark questions from these chapters. Say, for example, chapter number 4, if you take orientation of the coil with respect to the magnetic field, AC generator, RLC series circuit, AC circuit with the L, AC circuit with the C, transformer. These 6 questions alone, they will be reading as important questions in chapter number 4. Other than this, there are questions like eddy current and applications, choke, 3-phase AC generator. So these are all the questions available there in chapter number 4. Most probably students may not be learning this. And moreover, nowadays the examiner is asking different way of 10 mark question also. They attach 2 5-mark questions and ask it as a single 10 mark questions. So it will give lot of confusions in selecting only 4 chapters for preparing 10 mark. If you prepare that 4 chapter, you have to be thorough in all 5 mark, all 10 mark. If you are confident of preparing like that, you stick with learning only 4 chapters for 10 mark. Or otherwise, you select the important questions from all the 10 chapters. Except 2nd lesson and 7th lesson, remaining 8 chapters, 10 mark questions in the board examination, they are asking. But if you select only the important 10 mark questions from all the 8 chapters, definitely you will be able to get 4. There is guarantee for that. I have selected 25 important 10 mark questions for this academic year. I hope that 4 out of this 25 you will be getting in the board examination, and that I have attached into the file. You can download it. But don't spend more time on 10 mark, because maximum time you can allot in the examination is only 1 hour. Some people, they spend even 1.5 hours to complete these 40 mark questions, 10 mark. So you spend less time for the preparation. So my dear students, the time management is concerned. As I already told you, 3 mark, half an hour. 5 mark, 7 questions, 45 minutes. 10 mark, 4 questions, 1 hour. Totally 135 minutes in completing 3 mark, 5 mark, 10 mark. So remaining 45 minutes you have. My dear students, please note, these 45 minutes you allot it to write and concentrate in 1 mark. Most of us, all of you tie your paper, the examiner will say, at the time only they will start writing that 1 mark question. They are not able to read and concentrate well, simply they are writing and they get very less number of mark in objective. So minimum 45 minutes you reserve for it, read line by line, and definitely more than 20 questions will be easy questions there in the examination paper. You will be very easily writing it. Few questions, around 8 to 10 questions alone, will be in the manner of tricky type. The tricky type questions, if you understand the subject, then only you will be able to answer it. For which you can refer previous year question paper. You can learn how they twisted the questions. Accordingly, you can prepare while you are reading your 10 mark questions, 5 mark questions and 3 mark questions. So my dear students, kindly prepare with confidence. Whenever you read, immediately after reading, try to recollect it. After all, you are learning to remember, not to forget. For remembering for a long time, the only simple logic is you feel as though you are available in the examination hall. At the time of reading your answer, you feel that you are writing in the answer paper. Nowadays, you don't have time to write and practice, but you can recollect it as though you are writing in the examination at the time of preparing itself. So this is the simple way to remember and recall for long.